Entitled Aunt threatens to sue me again. Hello and welcome. If you are new to this saga, I am 17F and my cousin is 19F. I go with Entitled Aunt as EA and Entitled Cousin as EC. I also want to point out that no, this is not an advertisement for my art. If you check out my other post you will see that most of my posts are about art. I feel like I need to say this because some people think that this is all fake and me just trying to sell my art. How do you even buy art without seeing it, lol? Okay, so let us get into the backstory. I have not had any updates on EA and EC. This has been great. I have been posting my art on my social media without any complaints until I started doing mandalas and aesthetic drawings. The following conversation took place last night. EA, I thought I told you to stop drawing. You cannot post art that does not belong to you on socials. Me what? All of my art is original. The most I have done is looked for inspiration from other artists, but I would never take someone's art. EA, that is a lie. You have stolen all of your drawings from EC. I do not want to pursue legal action against you. I will be speaking to your parents about this thought. Me okay. Go ahead and do that. I would like to see some of EC art that I have stolen. I would also like to see the original drawings and not mine. When you send photos we can actually talk. EC sends me photos of mandalas drawn in colored pencils. EC sends me pictures of miniature drawings that she has done. Me, you are aware that you do not own the rights to drawing mandalas, right? EC, don't talk to me, talk to my mom. EC invented that art style. I would like to know why you call them mandalas when EC calls them mirrors. You really need to look things up before you try to steal someone's ideas. Me okay. So many things are wrong with what you just said. The final thing that I am going to say on this until you talk to my parents is, please do some research on mandalas. Also, the single mandala that I posted on my social media is in black and white marker and not colored pencils. Thank you guys so much for reading. I am sure I will have a follow-up in the next couple of days. One thing I will ask is please do not attack my parents for being bad parents. If you read comments in my other post you will understand why. A quick Google would give her all the info she needs, as I just did, as I didn't know the style of art. Seems these types of drawings have been around for so much longer than her entitled us. Let her sue you, and when she loses, which she will, as there is countless evidence against her, demand she pay your legal fees and costs. I literally highlighted mandalas, right-clicked and clicked search Google for mandalas, and the first thing that came up was the Wikipedia article. She's full of shit. Keep doing what you are doing. By the way, in school a girl said none of us could sing a particular song because her dad told her he wrote it, so since her family owned it we all needed her permission to sing it. If you were on this girl's shit list she would not allow you to sing it and demand you stop or smack you if continued. After a while she did that with many songs, including some just hours old on the radio and many classics 100 years old. One time it was something very old and very common like Happy Birthday that set her off. Our teacher set her straight about that and we never believed her about anything else again. She was probably gullible enough to believe her dad when she was little but weaponized it to try to control the world. See also people who claim they own the Brooklyn Bridge. See also people who claim they own the Brooklyn Bridge. I have got £90,000 in my pajamas. I have got 40,000 French francs in my fridge. I have got lots of lovely lira. Now the Dutsk mark's getting dearer and my dollar bills would buy the Brooklyn Bridge. I am sorry. I could not resist. Next time they threaten to sue, counter it with a lawsuit of your own for harassment. With how unstable they are along with the texts, good chance they will lose. Might scare the out of them or they up the crazy and get arrested. You have to admit the first visit with the lawyer will be more than entertaining. Mr. Lawyer, I want to sue my 17-year-old niece for stealing the artistic style my precious daughter invented. That is funny. Madam, your daughter does not look Buddhist or 2200 years old. What are you talking about? I am talking about the fact the artistic style your daughter supposedly invented is Buddhist religious art from the 1st century BC. She is going to have a heart attack when she Googles this and finds out so many people have stolen the art form of her precious baby. You who wants to tell her about spirograph. First of all, my little angel calls it circles, so use the proper name please. I am no artist, but I think you should sign your art with your name or initials, that way it proves that they are yours. Wow, your aunt really has nothing better to do than harass you, does not she? Your cousin is still going strong and trying to steal other people's art too. I see. Have you blocked them on your social media yet? I would do that if I were you. Her previous posts, she said she can't until she's 18 because her parents want her to be civil, like threatening a 17 as an adult. Mum, I fell out of the stupid tree again. Good girl. Did you remember to hit every branch on the way down? Never mind. We will just try it again. I will go first, just to show you how it is done. Yay. And then can you tell my cousin to stop drawing? It is bound to work eventually. Now, back up the stupid tree we go. I kind of hope that they do take you to court, just to see them be laughed at. Sounds like your aunt and cousin are jealous of you and have nothing better to do than harass you. Just curious, do you have to talk to them? Just block them and tell your parents they are constantly harassing you and making you uncomfortable. Next time she messages you, tell her I will now only speak to you through your lawyer as you have threatened legal action. I will no longer discuss anything regarding my art with you or EC until court. She will either get mad and rant away to your parents or anyone who will listen, or she will actually take you to court, letting you prove everything you need and probably some bragging rights along the way. If it was not obviously already, take photos of WIPs with timestamps on the photos. Take a photo with proof of date, then upload it days later, so if she traces it, you have proof of date. The mandala dates back thousands of years. So far, in fact, it can be regarded as prehistoric. On that basis, EC would have to be 5,000 years old to realistically claim to have invented them. What if they belong to a group of time-traveling Karens? Oh, it all makes sense now. They time travel using their holy healing crystal chambers. I cannot think of any excuse good enough that your parents do not protect you from constant harassment. Their children should come first. I have a very Italian Catholic family, which meant we had to make nice and apologize if anything ever happened, because otherwise there was a big rift. It's not right, but it happens when you're under 18 and live at home. That being said, there are limits and OP should mute them on social media where they may not appear blocked but can't do anything or show up on a feed. I would have told them to F off and blocked them faster than you can say mandala. When she said she had I did have just replied okay, go on then. Exactly. What can she even do? So basically she thinks her daughter created an art created during 100 BCE to 1 BCE and thinks her daughter was the one who invented it. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. No one else has the right to poop. I invented that. Well, this is awkward. Guess what I am doing while scrolling Reddit? You are not the only one. Tell her go ahead, sue, and you will counter-sue for harassment and all legal costs. That you will gladly take her money to further your education in the arts. Your parents will appreciate being able to spend the money they saved for your education on something else, like a new car or towards their retirement. Please block them from your social media. That might help a lot. Don't accept requests from others until you look them up either. If someone asks to join, look their account up. If there aren't any pictures or other activity, it is possibly them. If they can't see your art, it may keep them at bay a little. I wish you the best in your career in art. I hope you have great success. Never let these idiots get you down or stop you. They are reacting solely due to jealousy. Next time she messages you, tell her I will now only speak to you through your lawyer as you have threatened legal action. I will no longer discuss anything regarding my art with you or EC until court. She will either get mad and rant away to your parents or anyone who will listen, or she will actually take you to court, letting you prove everything you need and probably some bragging rights along the way. If it was not obviously already, take photos of WIPs with timestamps on the photos. Take a photo with proof of date, then upload it days later, so if she traces it, you have proof of date. Just block your aunt and cousin. If they are going to be petty, then they have no business knowing your business. Please talk to your parents about sending a cease and desist letter for harassment. You could probably press charges against her for harassment if this continues. Whoa, she's crazy, and I've looked at your art and your history, and no offense, but like it's just normal 17-year-old kid hobby art, not like you are some sort of talented professional prodigy who stole the cousin's idea. This is all so unnecessary. Your EA is just blustering. She knows she cannot stop you drawing, and also the fact that she has no legal grounds. Fortunately you ain't an idiot. Also, she keeps bringing up talking to your parents. I am assuming that if she has done so by now, they do not give a shit about her stupid claims. They do not have a leg to stand on. Just keep going and ignore them. Make sure you save all the texts and messages. They will be useful if court ever does arise. Will make it even that much easier for the judge to just throw it out and make her cover and costs you incur. I have to say I am not an attorney and this is not legal advice. I just believe that is how it works. You would find silence to be a more effective mode of communication than validating their claims. Even if you were copying your cousin's drawings, there's no law against drawing it yourself and posting it. There's a law against selling art that someone else made as your own, but not about posting anything that you've made. The fact that her claims are completely baseless is enough reason to ignore her and not engage as if she had a point. Also, never justify yourself to someone whose entire argument doesn't hinge on them understanding your side. Is this not to the point of taking legal action against them? I know you said you can't do anything until you are 18. Don't want to ask for personal information, but how far away is your 18th birthday? I would get a case together for harassment, plagiarism, etc. and do that sometime after you turn 18 and let them sue you. LOL. Such an easy case to counter-sue. Make sure this all backfired on them. In high school I had an art teacher that would attempt to steal the artwork of her students and pass it off as her own, but she had done it for years before I was in her class. At the time, one of my aunts was taking a fashion design course and gave me a tip that I implemented as soon as I found myself in that teacher's class. Incorporate a tag of some sort that is unique to you, and not on the back or even the front. Anyone can sign a work, either a symbol or your initials plus the date, at least the year. I spent hours designing a symbol using my initials that I could place in an inconspicuous place, that unless you know exactly what you are looking for, you do not notice it, but once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Thomas Kincaid used to incorporate and end somewhere in honor of his wife. In addition to his signature, it does help. I was one of the students whose work she tried to pass off as her own when she moved to a different school in the district. It was something from the student art show my high school held. She claimed it was lost in packing. Unfortunately for her, my cousin was in her class that year and recognized it. I had been working on the drawing while at my grandparents'. He knew what to look for and pointed it out to her. I remember when I was in high school our art were auctioned to raise money for art class New Kilnick. To turn out my painting were very popular for having the same style of the artist who was some of her work in the Smithsonian Museum. A senior bitch didn't like I was upstaging her, so she called mommy. The bitch tried to shame me, claiming I was trying to pass Smithsonian style art as mine. Not only did she fail, it backfired. Word got out I am related to her. The bitch pissed at her prodigy transferred to an art school where she can be appreciated. Ironically, she got expelled for what her and her mommy accused me of doing. The dumb duck tried to pass Venus de Milo as her creation. I have read a few of these now and I am starting to think that EC is doing this as a way to get attention from her mom EA. The EA has always struck me as very narcissistic, and I am guessing the only way the cousin has ever gotten any attention from her was by pulling this stuff. My 5 and 9-year-old nieces do this and it drives me nuts. Always fighting for attention by saying the other one is bullying them. Would not surprise me if the root cause is EC, and that is why she does not want to get involved in the text discussion with OP. Is the cousin an asshole too, or did the aunt just come up with all this bullshit herself? Cousin just sent you pictures of artwork that looks similar, so I am not sure if this a collaborative effort to bullshit or if the cousin is doing what her aunt dictates. Wait till she finds out that mandalas have been around for centuries. LOL. If she actually tries to pursue legal action against you, please tell us how. The attorney laughs in her face. I am sorry for everyone for the toxic thought you are being subjected to. Being an artist is tough enough, putting yourself out there and trying to share your creativity, not strictly needing validation but making yourself vulnerable just the same by sharing such personal creations you spent time and effort on. Thank you for being strong and sharing. You are a winner. I look forward to seeing what new ideas and compositions you will evolve. At this point, I would not even argue with her anymore. She clearly is either crazy or just won't listen to any reason. Just block her when she starts this shit again. What will she do? Actually sue you? Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.